I wonder if this guy, Ron Slay of 104.5 The Zone, is out there sunning in Arizona. Do you remember the 2001 Tennessee-Florida football game?
Shit, do you remember? I was the one. That was the one that was in Gainesville.
Yes.
Yes.
So let me tell you what my job was coming back for that game. So as soon as they win, they get in the locker room. Big John calls me and said, "Hey, meet me at the complex in 45 minutes." I pulled up at the complex and need to say it was a nice night after that Florida game. Just say that right down Fox One. Guys, baby. So, shout out to the guys, man, for letting us party on them after 2001. I was in charge.
You weren't.
I was in charge of the party, is what I'm saying.
I got you. Now, you weren't a part of that group that was handing out roses for the Rose Bowl before the SEC championship game at Tom Black Track, though, were you?
No, I heard about that, though. No, not at all. Hey, the football guys don't work that way, man. Do that.
Yeah, that didn't work out well. All right, let's get to Tennessee basketball right now as you're out in Arizona for Super Bowl coverage for 104.5 Zone. I definitely follow Ron and check him out throughout the week. He's one of the best tweet guys out there. You and Rex Chapman have it going on. But Ron, Tennessee basketball, Vanderbilt tonight. I think really it's pretty simple. And if I'm oversimplifying, tell me. I just think Tennessee needs to hit some shots from the arc.
Yeah, no, I think that's continue to play the game that you've been playing defensively, and add in that last part, hit some shots. If they're able to do that, then I'm pretty sure that you walk away with a victory. Now, you can always throw in the mythical memorial magic that somehow works its way in, especially in this rivalry. But I think they should be able to handle business, man. This is long overdue to finally make some shots and somebody get going and be hitting on all cylinders offensively.
Let me ask you about that real quick. That memorial magic, is that, with the benches on opposite ends and everything, is that a real thing? Is that messed with you as a player?
Yeah, I mean, especially growing up here in Nashville, where it was like, you saw it in so many instances where Drew Maddox, Billy McCaffrey, Ronnie McMahon, these guys would be losing games and out of nowhere. Like it was real magic. Like they would make a shot, get on the run, 6-0 run, and before you know it, you'd be looking and they'd be celebrating on the court. Like, Drew, what happened? We were gonna win this game. And I found with the best of them, Kentucky's, Arkansas's, and their heyday, like Vanderbilt was tough, and then that mystique just carried on, man. It's different. When you can't hear your coach, it works in two ways. At the other end of the floor, it's good when you're taking a bad shot because you can't hear them screaming at you, but it's bad when you're trying to get the play called and the Warrior game is rocking.
Ron, I want to appreciate you for coming on and facing me today after your vociferous defense of Tennessee basketball last week. And then you saw those two teams. I said that I wrote on Saturday that win over Auburn was not a bounce back win to me. That was just bad basketball on both sides.
Yeah.
And okay. At what point do we start to get really concerned that Jimmy Hyams told us yesterday the problem is that nobody respects Tennessee's inside game enough to pull off the perimeter when they go down low, so no one's open on the perimeter. How can they fix that?
You got to get efficient. You need Olivier to be able to make shots, not necessarily play to the level that he did against Texas, but when you come out and you give him about 6 times on the offensive possession, and we need you to make 1 or 2 of them because that's what's going to make the defense up. If he gets to working, Auburn did a great job of playing him one-on-one with Janai Brown, where he didn't need any help. And he's a really good defender. So going in this situation, it's pretty much going to be the same. Liam Roberts can defend whoever. Quentin MB, I don't know how to say his last name, but he can defend whoever one-on-one as well. So you got guys that can match up. And if you cannot collapse the paint, which you can't do with penetration, then you got to be able to get a low-post score down there and take advantage of it. If not, it's gonna be a long night because nobody's leaving them shooters. They're not leaving the shooters. You know what I mean? Things are gonna get tighter. And then you're always gonna have guys in rebound position because they're gonna be on the inside of the opponent that they're going.
Ron, what as you also work for the SEC network and cover a lot of basketball outside of Tennessee, what team are we not talking about, either positive or negative?
Caleb, put your cup down, Caleb. Now, there's no need for you to have to sit to you after your little comment. Like you won, dog. You won. Good job. We know. And you're like Dr. Evil. You might as well put your pinky up and sit the team. All right, go ahead, man.
I think that's Caleb's celebratory sip is what that is.
Oh man, that and the little Dr. Evil laugh that he gave me, man. He did everything to rub his hands together. Like, picking up something.
Guys, I am from Memphis. I'm a hardcore Grizzlies fan. If y'all follow the Grizzlies, we like to talk a lot. That's what we like to do in Memphis. We like to do a lot of talking.
Always noticed. I was born there, so I understand.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ron, I'm a little concerned about you and me both. I mean, here we are in workout gear, and he's wearing a sport coat, so I'm trying to up my game a little bit.
Hey, we gotta get some wardrobe money put in the deal. Off the hook, let's go, baby. Caleb sucking it all up, man. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's this whole video aspect is still weird to me, Ron. We'll roll with it. But I'm curious as I overall look at the SEC. Who's the team we're not talking about from a positive or negative aspect that you see? Because we've talked about Alabama, we talked about Tennessee, we've now talked about Vanderbilt, we've even hit Kentucky. But what's the storyline that we're missing?
Man, I would have to go with A&M. I think A&M is a dangerous team, man. We were actually talking about it, me and Mayor last night when we were coming in with Babs chiming in every now and then after her team lost Auburn, kind of hurt her heart a little bit. But that's neither here nor there. But we were talking about, one of the teams like that is flying under the radar, and it's A&M, man. But you don't see it because of the depth. After the first 5 guys, it's kind of like it's a fall off a little bit. As far as who comes in, you got a guy like your Hefner comes in and shoots threes a lot, but you don't really have a guy that can spark it like it's a Calhoun last year where you put a spotlight on that team that can really make a difference. So you depend on that core. But Buzz Williams, man, has done a phenomenal job in being able to see them shoot around before the Texas A&M and Auburn game. Man, they do something that a lot of people don't know. After they do shoot around, and this is what attracted me to them. And I'm like, they got something special going. After they do shoot around, everybody lines up on the baseline, holds hands. Buzz Williams is in the middle, and they walk the full length of the court with him saying a prayer. And when they get to the end, like everybody comes together, say amen, and then Boots Radford or Wade Taylor breaks it down. And it's like he gives them back control of the team. So they tied in differently than you see with other teams. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's special, man. When you can really look, especially where they came from in a non-conference schedule, because they were terrible. And to be able to bounce back to where they are right now, it's going to be interesting. And picking up a big win last night against Iowa, sweeping them this year, that's pretty big, man.
Ron, great stuff. So you're at the Super Bowl. You're going to be on Radio Row, which is, I've done that before, and that's pure insanity. Have you done that before?
Yeah, we did it last year, but it was still a little bit coming off of COVID, so it wasn't as many people. The media probably is double.
Yeah,
looking at the Super Bowl.
I remember going from one interview with Joe Namath to Chris Berman. I mean, it was just bizarre. And they all have something to sell, so they want to come on a video show, so you're not hunting them down. So at the end, you get this interview, and you say, what are you here selling? They're like, Dentyne. It can be more.
Yeah, after getting your sports store and they work in whatever they're selling. You're exactly right.
That's right. This is brought to you by Double Mint Gum. So who do you like in the Super Bowl? Do you like the Chiefs or Dane Bradshaw's evil Philadelphia Eagles?
Hey, man, it's looking like if it was played on paper, I would have to go with the Eagles now. I would have to, but it's not played on paper. So the experience that would go to Mahomes and those guys, man. So I'm torn on it, but I think the Eagles gonna pull it out, man. Even though I'm scared to bet against the Mahomes in that experience at some point. Imagine Houdini slash magician back there, man. When things get tight, he somehow figures it out every time. But the Eagles they look good, man. If Hurts can play like he was before going into the playoffs, yeah, it's gonna be a tough situation for him.
Good stuff, Ron. I know you got work to do. Is that Brent behind you?
No, that's Hunt. That's Hunt back there.
Oh, so everybody, we said hey then.
Everybody, they said hey. They were Babs.
Hey,
Hey,
there's Brent. There he is.
there's Brent. Yeah.
We'll let you go. You guys have a safe trip and enjoy Radio Row. As I'm sure it's going to be a long 4 hours. And how can people follow you again?
Hit me up on D-Ron Slay. I think on Twitter.
Gotcha.
Man, just look out. I'm gonna tell you how to hit me up. Look out for the back signal. I put the Slay signal in there. When you see that up there, it say boom boom boom. Just hurry up and hustle to the light.
Be safe, man. Best you guys. Ron Slay 104.5 The Zone. Check him out at the Ron Slay on Twitter. As he really broke down the game.